you know, when aren't we?
Always. Hello! Hello out there! we played this trivia game on PlayStation 4 Knowledge.
We're trying to stay on task. Right?
We noticed that we were just going like Iron Man. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, this producer James Gunn.
You know how Loki created the whole multiverse? Yeah, we're just going through the whole thing right now.
Oh, every branch. Why not? Every branch.
We jumped down and hit all the branches down.
Welcome to another week of the Hideout. We are again be bringing y'all some news, and then we're also gonna be talking Demon Slayer, getting everybody ready for the Hashira Training Arc this Friday. So February 23rd, if I don't get this video out on YouTube. So February 23rd. So I'm excited. Again, me personally, I will not go watch the movie. Like we've talked about this.
I'm probably with you on that, but part of me still wants to go see it just to see the movie. Like it's okay. I'm sorry, but Demon Slayer and anime movies, even though I know they're like overlapping with the first and last episode, they're doing what Marvel once did and bringing the whole people just to experience it. So just like you never get that experience again with that, like with Endgame happening. I went and watched Endgame like 3 times. Each time I watched it, was packed.
In the theater?
In theaters. It was packed.
I did watch Infinity War 3 times. That was all I watched.
Every time I watched it, there were people excited, hyped up. Like I'm like, I saw you last week. And they're like, yeah, it was that good. I was like, oh shit, okay.
So you think this it's gonna bring like the culture of people all together to watch it? Like,
I mean, it has so far.
You're right. Like I think you might be on to something. Again, it's a 10% chance if I go. It's gonna be a 10% chance, only for the reason again.
If I tell you I'm going, I can almost guarantee you're gonna say, "All right, let's go."
I don't. I'll probably be like, my knee hurts.
It's Tuesday. It's $5.
My knee hurts. My lumbago.
You're like, suddenly my neck hurts.
But what is it? I would only want to do it because of the, like you're saying, like I think I understand what you're saying, like the cinematic effect, like that, just that booming volume, that massive 100 and whatever, in high def. It doesn't look, all gritty like an actual projector. You know what I mean? Like, so I see what you're saying. Like I can watching the show and then again seeing that on the big screen. I wouldn't have minded it because like his final scene in the movie, like the actual, because that's what I caught on when I was like, wait, I've already seen this. Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? And so I went and did some Google searching, and then that's when I learned the lore of it, like where there's like splitting the episodes, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, but again, I look at first episode, and I look at it though. If you watch the movie, I'm just like, yo, this would have just been like massively, like on a whole different scale, what I mean, like left to right, you're gonna hear the blade from left to right
coming all the way, like when the string
dude, like see that I can agree with, because I mean it's something that I would like. See, and you can't Junebug tuning in, I appreciate you, and you can't pause the movie, you gotta pay attention. What's going on in real time? Exactly.
Oh, for real, dude.
I mean, in the moment, like that's what I'm saying. Like immersed. I mean, you're immersed. Like you can't. You don't want to go to the restroom here. It's the cover of your home. Okay.
You'd be like, hold on, let me go get a snack. Pause.
Yeah.
But like it's almost that like you're immersed into it, but then you have that whole crowd with you, all immersed at the same time. So just like
what's upsetting is you talked about it. So in the theaters of Endgame and Infinity War, did they cheer and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
See, none of the 2-3 times that I went, no one. Like I was the one that gave like the most like exclamation in the theater. Like when the hammer came up, I was like, my boy! Like,
Dude, honestly, that scene right there, I was about to say it too. When that scene happened, I almost wanted to yell at everybody to shut the hell up because I couldn't hear the rest. But you just see him pick up the hammer. You see him pick up the hammer, and everybody's like, ah! People getting out of their seat. I was like, all right, chill. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I would have loved that, bro. Like, and that's how. So, Demon Slayer, have they reacted like that in a way?
I'm not sure. I know some of them like
probably,
clips, but I don't know where it's located, and
Yeah.
But like
Japan, do you think reacts a little bit more than us? Okay. But yeah, dude, like, man, like, I was so upset. Like I said, when the hammer came up, like, when he said, Avengers Assemble, nobody, went ballistic. Like,
dude, it was when he said that that just Avengers and that pause, the whole thing was quiet. And the moment he opened his mouth, everybody said, I was like, okay. Honestly, that's basically how it was.
Fangirled out.
Like it's that experience, you don't get it else. Like outside of a theater, really.
And see, I can get that. Like,
yeah.
David being the only guy standing up and being hyped at the theater, like, swear, bro, like, it was in me. The urge was there, and it was so quiet. It was so packed. Like, I didn't want to. Like, it was just my, I just want to be like, whoa, like, just like. It was so quiet. I was just like, "Oh, that's my boy." I said that out loud. Like that's all I could do. You know what I mean? Like, but I literally wanted to get up and just be like, "Yes!"
Dude, I don't know what theaters you going to. You went to the wrong one,
dude. It was North Carolina. Like,
oh, that's why.
See, man, I was thinking I was like, maybe Dallas. I don't know. Like,
maybe
I don't know where the the line.
Then again, I was in Cali when it happened, and Cali is a bit notorious for being a little rowdy too sometimes. So.
See, and like the ones that get the actor to walk in, and I'm like, where are those theaters? Like, I want to get some tickets to that theater. Like, Ryan Reynolds comes in when I'm watching the movie Deadpool. Like, come on, like that made my life. Like, like
I took my wife to. It wasn't like a major movie. It was like Kevin Hart's little stupid movie stand-up thing. But he was actually there. He was at the Chinese theater thanking everybody for coming to see it and everything.
Oh, no, okay.
And then he found out later too. He went out and did the Walk of Fame.
No way.
And I was like, dude. I was like, I didn't even know he was gonna be here. That was cool.
That's what's up. Let's see.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that again, you're right. I can see California doing stuff like that. Texas, man.
I mean, let me stop that.
Texas. See, Eli tuning in. He said,
what up, Eli?
Sounds like David just convinced himself to not go. When they came through the portals of Captain. Yep, that's what's simple. We were just talking about that. He said I dropped my popcorn, didn't even care. Straight up.
He just stood out of his seat, just all over the place.
When Cap got the hammer, Tony yelled, "Oh shit, you screwed now!" But didn't say "screw we all." That's hilarious. Oh, good. See, I really was in the wrong theaters, bro. Like, I mean, I was so let down, bro. So let down.
Dude, being in a theater is completely different, especially if you have the right crowd with you. And it's the right crowd too when outside, like during the
line is like filled with the t-shirts or like a helmet with a hammer,
the people with a dress up, and then it's that constant buzz.
Yeah,
all you hear is them talking and speculating and trying to see like how. And I'm like, that's when you got the right theater.
Man, see, and no one was talking. We were all just in line. You know what I mean? Like,
you didn't go to the right place.
So he said, every theater I've gone to has been great, especially anime movies.
There you go. See, I want to go to your theaters.
So, where's the So, speaking of, was there one here in town, like, so that you think would be anime heavy?
I don't know.
Probably like downtown. I mean, where all the conventions are, but
maybe.
I feel Dallas, maybe.
Dallas, possibly. The little
is there there's not a one with a mall? Yeah.
the theater over there by the mall. Or there
Northeast Mall. Yeah, the Northeast Mall. And then because I was gonna say they had the anime shops that I would
right
figure
there.
that they have that. No, but
The
again,
little,
I can see it. I can see it.
Regal by where I live. It, I went there a few times, and I think I went there for the Flash. I went there for the Flash and Blue Beetle.
I was like, I watched the Flash there because you recommended it.
Yeah, I watched the Flash there and Blue Beetle.
So they get pretty even without the okay. So again, I'm a Tin Can fan. You know,
I would like to, but I ain't spending money on that right now. But both times I went, I think the Blue Beetle one had more people around because I think I was late to Flash.
Okay.
Or maybe not. Maybe we watched.
Yeah. No. We should have. We watched it before the premiere to be able to talk about it.
Yeah. So I went when I went to Blue Beetle. It was
some buzz.
Decently packed, and there was people talking. And they're like, it was pretty good. But for Flash, I don't remember that big of a reaction.
And again, I can't attest to that because I've never been to an anime one.
Mm-hmm.
I just know the box numbers, like the box house numbers that they, box office numbers that they, put out there. And with just that, I wish I would have been able to see like Jujutsu Kaisen out there. Mm-hmm. Like again, it's one I hadn't seen, but I heard, just so much hype off of the movie. You know what I mean? And so, and then for I think Demon Slayer was Dragon Ball was the first movie, right?
Oh, first Super.
Yeah, for the one that.
Dude, honestly though, I think Mexico had the best hype up for that, the marketing for that, because they made it like a legit fight. They had like a poster of Jiren, a poster of
no way, okay,
and like it was like
like a boxing,
like a boxing. Dude, they had it all set out, dude. It was good.
Eli said all the cosplay and love is awesome. Straight up, that again, that's what he was saying. It was like you knew you were at the right theater.
If you got the right crowd.
And then he goes on to say Synergy has been great, and they usually give you a lot of free stuff. Like the My Hero Academia 3 movie, they gave us poster, sticker book, and a small manga with a lot of the OG art. Oh, snap.
See? I need to find where that is now.
Right. Oh, Synergy? Okay, got it. But yeah, I've never been to a Synergy one to watch a movie at all. So
I know I've been to AMC's, which are always normally good for me, but Cinemark and Regal. And Cinemark is probably the quietest out of... No, Cinemark is quiet even if it's packed. Regal is quiet just because they don't have the numbers. But AMC has always been
pretty So I've never seen, again, a movie in... I watch all the AMC and Cinemark, but I've never seen an anime movie in either one of those. So, but AMC, they usually get rowdy. Again, those are the ones that have the decorative cans. So that's a hype, and they sell out. Like I said, I missed out on the Doctor Strange box. Like I missed out on what else? It was another one. Black Panther, I think it was on a rock, the Black Panther on a rock.
That would have been cool.
So all these popcorn tins, because I was waiting till the Thursday, and then I got smart, and I was calling them when they opened. Hey, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I was like, hey, you got any popcorn tins? They're like, yeah. And I'm like,
movie theaters are open at 10. You can go to the theater early.
So it depends on the movie. If it's during the school season or whatever school, I think it opens at 1 or something like that. It's still 11? Okay. So, but yeah, so I called them early, and they were like, yeah, we got some. I was like, hell yeah. Swung by, that's what I started doing. Instead of waiting till, movie night at 7, oh man, bro, I was salty that I was always miss out.
I'm trying to think. The one anime, I think I watched a couple anime movies in theaters, but I know the one that sticks out of my mind was the Boruto.
That was the movie you saw in theaters as well?
Yeah.
Really?
And I remember
that was actually the first episode too. And now that I think about it,
and when I saw the anime, I was like, I already saw this shit. But in theaters, dude, it was crazy because you had the people dressed up. They had the Naruto gear on. Somebody had the Anbu mask on the side. And I was like, dude, yeah, this is the place.
That's freaking dope. That was one costume I wish I wanted. They had the legit jackets that they had. Oh man, bro, I was and it was good material. It wasn't just this sloppy tracksuit material. It was actual felt like combat gear
Yeah,
material. Like, yo, that's so freaking legit. It was I think like 120. I was just like, ooh. It was at Spirit Halloween because I got the I only got. Which mask is it? The Mystery Man mask to get
okay.
That's the only one left I
Yeah.
have. Other than that, collect all those. So I got those, and then one of their kunais. They're too rubbery. They're too big.
Yeah.
Like, they look too fake. So I was like, that one was legit. I got that. Bree got that for me at an actual shop. But I got the headbands this year.
Dude,
So
like I was telling I think I told you, but I was telling my wife, I was like, I would love to get into like metalworking and blacksmithing stuff just to make anime only like
the swords and all that. Like again,
this whole wall will be packed up with
all your stuff that you made.
Stuff, dude. Like I would be.
I need to find. It's probably in my treasure chest somewhere. That I had legit like Chinese stars. They had like the symbols on there.
Yeah.
Man, those were legit. And then I would do the same. I would literally be making replica like swords, like just to be, speaking of the one on Swordsmith Village, like where he's like, in it. Just freaking,
yes, dude.
Yeah, dude. Eli said, I can't wait for the next My Hero. I've been working on my Fat Gum cosplay. Gum. That dude's pretty legit too, right? When he uses energy, he deflates, right? Because that's what was happening on something that I ruined for myself. On edit, like Pig God on One Punch Man, like I ruined that for myself. Like he deflates. I was like, I didn't know he was. I didn't know he had a again, I ruined a couple of characters for myself, but. I've been telling myself that I was gonna read the manga anyways. You know what I mean? So I'll do it. But Fat was pretty good. Yeah. I'm excited for the My Hero too. My Hero was pretty exciting. Like again, they left us in a pretty good spot. So
dude, the manga's at an interesting point because it's both good fight wise, but at the same time, I'm like, how are we gonna finish this now?
The storyline.
I'm kind of like I'm a little.
So the fights are legit, but the storylines are getting.
It's getting
you
muddy,
don't know. Yeah. Okay. Sergio was the one that was telling me that it's pretty hype. Like the mangas are like real legit. So
yeah.
The power voice of Gohan. He said, yeah, he deflates and changes it to power voice of Gohan. All right. Okay, to the news. We're going to go through this news real quick. That way we can stay on task. Again, we're monitoring ourselves today. But we got a couple of Marvel news that I have been eyeing down. So the first one is, again, pardon, I always ruin their last name. But the first bit of news was Javier Bardem is still the top choice to play Galactus in the upcoming movie. They are talking about him being the main villain. If you're not familiar with Javier, it's off of the movie No Country for which one?
Isn't it like No Country for Old Men or something?
Something like that. I know that. So that one was a legit. That's when I came across them. Was like they showed a clip on Facebook, and I was like, I can't find that movie, and it was on HBO. Yeah, pretty good movie. So you said you didn't agree.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I'm like, Disney and Marvel are really stepping away from what made Marvel movies a spectacle.
Okay.
And as they built up to these main villains, like you built up to Thanos, like. Galactus isn't a character that you could be one and done.
Okay. Didn't they do that, or was it Galactus on the final?
It's that cloud.
Yeah,
dude, that cloud was so bad. Like, oh my god! Like the Silver Surfer, like seeing him, I was like, awesome. Silver Surfer is one of my like.
A lot of people were like, he needs to be back, but again, he's aged a lot. But I don't know I don't know any of his recent things to be able to judge if he's. Capable of, bringing that character back, you know what I mean? So, that wasn't a bad, it was just the script. They were saying the script was
bad. They basically made a Super Scroll as Johnny Storm with him using the
everybody's powers, yep.
And then the giant-ass fart cloud going through space.
Galactus.
It was terrible. I'm just like, It was bad. It was like, what the hell? When I found out that was a Galactus dude, I stopped watching it. I tuned out everything at that point. I'm like, I'm glad I didn't spend money on this.
Do not tell me there's an MCU movie coming out by Fox. Like, dude, I was looking at the costumes again, like for the X-Men movie that's coming out, like or the show. Like, I was like, man, they just terrible. Like they again, it goes back to they had the source, and then it was just like.
We're going this way.
Dualizer, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just nope. What's for him? Like, what comic book? Like,
for real, that's really how they do it. Oh man.
Eli said, "You said it right." A fart cloud.
Eli, there's no repercussion. Like, there's no right way to do Galactus as a cloud. I'm like,
there's not. From what I researched, there was no representation of Galactus ever being like a cloud in a comic.
Ever. That I know of, no. But I'm like, the only thing I kind of find interesting now, if we go down that road, is Galactus going after certain planets to eat that are incubators for
other characters,
for Celestials.
Okay.
I'm like, that would kind of make
sense. I didn't see that coming. I was on the thought of the Eternals too. I was gonna say, because how did you like that representation of these just massive things,
like those huge things, like
the Celestials?
And I was telling my wife, I was like, dude, these freaking Celestials. I was like, that's how Galactus is. So like that when they show. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when they're like, oh, it kills everything with talking about the Power Stone. You see that, dude? I was like, that's Galactus's head right there with the Power Stone. Like, what? Dude, like, I was like, that's the scale Galactus is supposed to be on. Wiping out whole civilizations, whole planets, and just destroying them, no problem.
And this is where you're upset because the buildup should be...
It should be similar to a Thanos type fight.
But I do like that, like an incubator to segue into the Eternals, because apparently Eternals is still going, because
they're going to
the way they went with it. You know what I mean? So I can see that being still a reoccurring villain. That's what they've yet to do as well.
I hate that too, because I was like, you killed so many good villains
on the one shot. You know, like, so I would be down for a reoccurring villain. You know what I mean? Like. He knock out, he do his thing, come back later, kick, ass again, like, you know what I mean? Like, what you're setting up with Kang, you know what I mean? There was a good, solid fight, he put his, guns down, got taken down by some ants, but nonetheless, in fight hands with, Ant-Man, and, and then now he's going to come back and, wreak havoc 2 or 3 more times, you know what I mean? It was the Kang Dynasty and then something else.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be him sending his Herald, Silver Surfer, Galactus' Herald. Okay. Send him. Everybody's like, what the hell are you doing here? Fantastic fight with him. And then they, like in the movie, Silver Surfer's like, okay, I'll help you guys fight against Galactus. Galactus is like, get the hell out of here. I give you your powers. Like,
so Galactus gives him the power of cosmic or whatever.
Yeah. And the power of cosmic is something to be feared.
So, do you think by them doing that, are they like maybe doing the whole MCU rope-a-dope? Like, he's the main villain, but Silver Surfer is going to be the main screen time, and then again, the build-up that you kind of want in a way.
If they do it like that, like they give Silver Surfer the main villain. And then at the end credits, you show Galactus, like how you showed Thanos.
Shocked that he got, flipped. Yeah. Got to do it himself.
I'm like, do that. Okay. Give me something like that.
Eli said, upset? Upset? You think that is upset? I think he's talking about the, what was that for, the upset? I'm thinking of we were just talking about, of the fart cloud, I think he was upset. Left you upset. Sorry, I didn't read it fast enough. Okay, so that was one part of the news there. Again, Marvel, but I'm down. Again, they have the building works, and that's why again a lot of people when they were upset with Eternals. Yeah. I think vision wise, it was there. Vision wise, the literally was there. Yeah, they used Galactus the cloud. You, but visually, the way Eternals came out, I think was really done right. I think it was just again a critically panned movie, like where they just slammed it. I think
I think they basically just drank a monster and had some coffee and sniffed a line of cocaine, or like, we're doing it this way, and they just took off and didn't think about giving the movie room to breathe.
Yeah, because I watched I true again it's one I enjoyed, honestly. I really overall, but again, if they can give Galactus that Arism or Aris, the red, the main one at the very end.
The Celestial.
Yeah, Celestial. It's Arsum. I want to say I think that's what it is.
I don't
but if they can give that kind of a representation for Galactus, and even bigger, right? Because
Galactus is supposed to be about the same level, yeah.
Okay, because he's a galaxy, eater, right? He's a galaxy eater, so he can.
Well, he eats like
planets, planet devourer. Yeah, you're right. But so there was that piece of news, and then next thing, Marvel was I don't know if y'all are familiar with him. I'm not. You said you kind of are. Ben Middleton would give his eyes and teeth quote to play Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is a great unread Marvel character that could and should be done. So I'm guessing he's familiar with the character as far as like comic wise.
Doctor Doom isn't Galactus level, but definitely is like a recurring villain you have to bring constantly. He's never down. Doctor Doom is legit.
Like other type level. That's what I'm saying. Like he's created his own like nation.
Yeah, well, he didn't create the own nation. I think he's from like a Marvel
Eternia or something like that.
Or something. But he has mythical powers from there.
He's a sorcerer.
He becomes a sorcerer. When Doctor Strange is missing, he becomes Sorcerer Supreme. He wears the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet at one point. Mm-hmm. And then he also creates a battle world, which is like a bunch of, like when all the incursions were happening, all the galaxies were, he basically rips them apart and everything and puts them all together and just creates this place that he's in charge of.
They said that they made that appearance on Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Is it true? Like the battle world is where dinosaurs are and stuff like that? Because they said that was one of the multiverses that they, smashed through was the battle world, and it was supposed to be.
I'm not sure. I mean, if you're just gonna give me like a 3-second amount clip, I can't. Not it. I can't tell you. It's not it. I can't tell you for sure.
Don't do me strange. Don't you lying. So were you familiar with him? If you don't mind me asking, Ben Middleton.
I believe it's. I want to say Star Wars, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
IMBD. Ben Middleton. Let's see. Secret Invasion. Is he homie? Nah. Infinity Train, Spies in Disguise, The King, Spider-Man Far From Home. So he is
in Marvel.
What's his name? Yeah. Talos. That's Talos. Ben Middleton. Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I could see them if he wanted to.
People are. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if he wants to be Doom, Talos looks, the alien features and everything. You kind of bring him in human form and to be Doctor Doom, no problem.
But he's dead though.
No, but like Talos is dead, but you could actually
his person. Yeah. Oh, okay. What I was gonna say was Cillian Murphy. A lot of people are leaning on Cillian Murphy to be Doctor Doom.
That name sounds familiar.
He
can't recall
from movie. Goodness, Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders.
I mean, I could see it. Just like all these older people. Oh, okay.
They're made to age. He's made to age.
No, yeah. But a lot of these older characters, I'm like Pedro Pascal as.
Don't take me there yet. But yeah, no, yeah. We're talking about Fantastic Four, anyways. But yeah, dude, like I was again. You know, he's married to Vanessa Kirby, Miss Sue Storm. She's young. You know, again, nothing to his acting chops. He's gonna bring it to the character, etc. Is just we need these characters. I was saying the same thing was to Brianna was it for the longevity for like the next 5, 6, 7, 8 more years. Like if you're gonna reoccur these characters, because if you're gonna wait another 4 years, like bruh. Like that's that's a lot of years to wait for a character to not look like he hasn't aged.
Yeah,
you know what
dude.
I mean? Like so.
And on top of that too, I'm like, yes, Reed Richards has a little like gray things right there, but I'm like, that doesn't mean he's old. Like, yeah, he's probably up there, like what 30s, 40s. Reed Richards. Because I mean, he got to think he has to be accomplished with his schooling and
30s, 40s. Yeah,
I'm like
mid 40s.
Yeah, I'm like.
Well, how old is Pedro Pascal?
Probably like mid 40s.
We're judging.
You gotta look it up now. Okay, but I'm just at the same time. I'm just like.
Eli said, but again, it goes for how long of the longevity.
How long is he gonna play this character? How long?
Eli said Thomas Shelby. Yes, sir. Cillian Murphy from Peaky Blinders. Thomas Shelby. He's good. They're saying he's the lead for going into it.
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom. Like that's the most.
That'll be interesting. I'm just a little. I don't know.
Let's see.
Trying to think of.
48. Yeah.
I am excited for the Peaky Blinders possible movie.
Yeah. So yeah, 48 years old.
Oh yeah, dude. See.
So he's the perfect age now, but we need 10 years more. Like and that's why I give it to James Gunn. What he's doing with the whole DC and Batman and Superman, like he's getting them young, pre oldness. He's gonna bring 15 years worth of movies on, like
oldness.
Yeah,
before their knees and back start popping and cracking.
He's like that would be so cool. Like I'm down for that. See, he's pretty good. I say he can give the range. That's mainly why he can give the range. But Pedro Pascal Again, nothing to his acting chops. He's gonna bring it to the character. I think he really is. Like, he is based in 1963, so that's what I'm interested in. Apparently, it was brought around to 1963. There's a theory out there right now. I'm surprised I didn't save that one. It was gonna be connected to Ant-Man. That Mr. Fantastic was gonna be Ant-Man's Hank Pym's professor, and leading to how Hank Pym goes into the whole particles and all that quantum realm and all that stuff. Cool. So I was interested in that, and how they found out it was based in 1963 was a photo that I posted on the Hydeout. If y'all follow the Hydeout on Facebook, was that Times magazine?
Yes,
bro. Like, that's super sleuth right there, bro. Like, that is next level Sherlock Holmes. Like,
the only issue I have with that is that magazine could be just picked up. Like, it doesn't mean it's based there at that time. It just could be like, I'm reading it. I could get an old
to defend the other argument is all the themes that came with it, the logo and everything.
That's what kind of but I was like, if it was just based off the magazine, I'm like, I could go pick up a freaking what is it?
Well, because it was the picture was 60s theme, but the magazine gives it the year because the Time magazine only comes out the year of the So in that time, for sure, 100% that magazine was in that time period. But yeah, thanks, bro. But again, super sleuth, bro. Like a whole nother level. Like I was like, man, I like the theme. I was like, it looked like a 50s, 60s, and then someone was like, yeah, I like the 60s theme comments or whatever, and then like maybe an hour or two later, hey, it's gonna be based in 1963. The Time magazine, they found the pose of
whatever. Yes.
Yo, these people. These is just insane. Like these are the ones that find the Easter eggs in all the movies, bro. Like, I
don't get paid enough for that.
Like, oh, it's a good movie. That's all I got.
I came here to enjoy it, discuss it, and tell my opinion on whether or not people like it.
And then, so Galactus again built for that movie. He's gonna be the main villain. Is based in 1963. So I don't know, bro. There's just so much way they could go with it. Incursions, like you said, where it's multiversal, like we're in the multiverse as of now, like So I don't know.
You know what? Now that's bothering me. If Fantastic Four is based in the 60s. And so we're saying he inspired Hank Pym and all that and everything. So now we have to go back and make sure all the times line up properly. And then Sue Storm and Reed Richards' kids, at this point, with Spider-Man around, they're older than Spider-Man. They're like, let's say they're like, what, 40 at this point?
And they're supposed to be younger than Spider-Man?
In the comics, it's kind of hard to tell because of the comics. But I'm just like,
please do
it. Reed Richards is creating whole galaxies for fun. I said his name wrong, but whatever his name, child's name, whatever that child's name is, he's creating whole galaxies for fun. He's a kid. He's super powerful. And you're telling me
their son,
Reed Richards and Sue's son. I think Franklin Richards.
I think you're right.
And he's over here going to be like, let's say 30 to 40 years old by the time Spider-Man comes around. Like, I got to get this timeline down. I got to get this timeline because it's just bothering me now. Now that
Franklin Benjamin Richards.
I'm like, now, so you're telling me this whole time you had somebody that was able to change stuff.
I read as well that it was going to be time traveling as well. There's going to be time traveling in this movie. Like, I've read so many theories, bro.
I'm already upset. I don't like this no more. And on top of that, too, I'm like, since we're talking about things I don't like, Vanessa Kirby.
You weren't a fan of that one?
I'm not a fan of it. Like, honestly, dude, like, her acting kind of falls flat for me.
Oh,
just a little bit. She's on par with Captain Marvel here. Brie Larson.
Eli said, "Yeah, were they doing the whole Avengers match like they were just chilling?"
Dude, thank you. Somebody's on the same page as me now. So you got Avenger level threats. You got New York they're based in New York, and you got aliens attacking, and they're like,
"Oh, Iron Man." That's my boy. Like,
you got Hulk running around over here, and Thor thing is like, oh, he good.
That's what I was wondering too. Like, again, they're trying. So apparently, the time travel theory that I read was they were gone during that time of all that happened, and that's what they were living life in 1963 during the time the Avengers level threats were happening.
So you're telling me that they go? No, because of that.
So it was all fun and groovy. Iron Man was happening. He was growing. Avengers hadn't happened. Thanos,
so then all of a sudden they get from 63 transported over there.
No. They were there in 09 first.
How can they be there in 09? But then they go back and inspire Hank Pym with the Pym particles later. So you're telling me he already knew about the Pym particles, so now you're creating a grandfather paradox.
I didn't think about that.
So now it's just like, so you knew the Pym particles existed. You taught Hank Pym how to create them, and now, well, how did you come up with this theory? Well, I knew somebody who'd like. So Hank Pym created it because you created it because he created it. It doesn't work.
Loki.
No,
he grabbed all the timelines. He grabbed all the timelines. We're all able to do certain things. Whatever.
Got all three movies, Eli. I don't know how to explain. He's defending it. I'm trying to tear it down.
Hey,
I don't like this.
I'm just reading theories here. Like,
I do not approve.
So yeah, That is what I read. Was it was supposed to be a time gap, so they were gone all 3 movies. Y'all, a scary movie with Kevin Hart arguing with Anthony. How can he wake up?
So if it's a rat when it's outside, but it comes inside, it's a mouse. So a mouse goes outside, it's a rat. The rat comes inside, it's a mouse.
So
you telling me he woke up dead? Yeah, he woke up dead. How you wake up dead? Because you're alive when you go to sleep. Dude, honestly, those are probably some of the funny. Like the first three.
Bro, you really can't. Like I look at the jokes, and I'm just like, that wouldn't fly today.
Right?
that would not fly. Like,
they got canceled. Here.
That movie would get shut down at 30 minutes. Like I was watching Tropic Thunder, bro. Like. Again, Bree was like, Robert didn't get in trouble for this. I was like, nope. I was like,
Ben Stiller got all the
I don't even want the mentally challenged, you know.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm the dude. This guy's a dude playing another dude.
He's like, invited to the barbecues. You know what I mean? Like. Those movies can't, they can't be made anymore.
They can't survive.
Like some of those jokes, bro. Like just straight up, like, excuse. I'm leaving.
People be like, they offended my nature.
But I'm gonna stop there. But yeah, so. That's what I've heard was they went back in time. So let's see what happens. Again, Galactus. I agree with you on the whole point. Like it needs to be a build up for such a character.
Dude, all you're doing is giving me more reason to shoot this down. I don't like the whole time skipping thing. I don't like Vanessa.
So you really don't like the 1963 aspect of it?
I'm like, if it was based, then fine, just keep it there. Don't make me time jump around because then you're gonna create problems. If you're gonna, I don't like Galactus being the main villain unless you're gonna give me a multiple build up to him. I don't like Vanessa Kirby acting as Sue Storm because I'm like. Maybe she might do better. Maybe she might do better.
Like the guy from Stranger Things is gonna do good over
Johnny Storm?
Yeah.
He seems like he could be, but then again, I'm just like, I don't know you outside of that.
See, okay,
yeah, and even then, I haven't really watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And then the guy that plays the Thing, I'm like, maybe I do know you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm not.
I'm like, maybe I do know you. I just don't know if I know you.
So yeah,
And I'm like, the only one that's leading this is Pedro and Vanessa Kirby, and you get rid of Vanessa Kirby. And her acting skills might be better than what I've seen, but I just don't.
Right now, you don't believe it.
I don't feel it. And then Galactus, no. And then the whole time skipping thing is a no. And then if you're going to stay in the 60s, now you're creating the problem of you have your child who was freaking powerful happening around the same time as Avengers, and the child doesn't do anything around with Avengers. Like, there's too many problems. So you're creating difficulties.
What if? So he knows about incursions. He knows about incursions in that multiverse. So what if he goes back, finds out, he's messing with the time, and or would you prefer multiverse over a time thing?
I will get.
Since we're in the whole multiversal, because apparently it's coming out in 25, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I saw it's like 25, I think.
Yeah, 26, 25 or something like, I think the same day as Deadpool, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then Thunderbolts is the month before that. So, multiversal jump or time jump?
I prefer a multiversal jump if I had to choose.
Okay. So maybe it wasn't a time jump. Maybe it was a multiverse.
I was going to say that I was going to be like, okay, they could be in the Ultimate Verse. But I'm like, the Ultimate Verse wasn't that great either because not the Fantastic Four with Silver Surfer in them, but the other one that came out when they looked younger. It had what's his name in it?
Miles Teller, with Jordan, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one was technically based in the Ultimate Universe, their own.
Oh,
universe.
okay.
So
I never read that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like Ultimate Spider-Man. That was Ultimate Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all could try that, but I mean, then I'm just like, the age is wrong according to what you're gonna do with it in times of Spider-Man and things now, and how you're gonna connect everything.
So I think I'll take a multiversal thing because they
Yeah.
learned about the incursion. There's the Council of Richards, right? The Council of Reeds.
Yeah.
So so I can see that because there's the Council of Kanes. So they're trying to tie in the Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, all that. So I can see a multiversal. Okay.
Multiverse is the only way I could possibly
over time. Okay, so they're gone through the multiverse because even in the multiverse, old homie, Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange said, he's like, didn't y'all chart in the 60s? Mm-hmm. I read something about that today. That was just like, oh, because he knows about music, but from part one, I was like, I like that because it referred to the 60s, but. Again, I see you're saying about the time thing. I would choose the multiverse as well. Like again, for the fact that he gave the tidbit of the incursions. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I just
Eli said unless he a zombie.
They are supposedly trying to do
the MA. They were gonna go down that route, right, or something.
I just don't appreciate it because the whole zombie thing was crazy. The actual zombie comics.
So it's multi-movie type. Don't do it in a one movie thing.
Look, there a lot of comics are multiple movie things. So
would you take a series over a movie? There.
I'll take a series for Marvel Zombies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hands down. No problem. That What If episode, if anything, showed you. Yeah, you could. I mean, they brought back Scarlet Witch zombie for the What If season 2. So I was like, that's cool. Bring it back. Come on, I'm cool with it. Yeah.
Okay. So animated series. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Because it was pretty serious. I read about that. Like everybody was excited for the zombie episode of the What If series. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I never read the series, so I'm pretty sure you read it. You read it?
I read it.
Okay.
I read it. When I saw zombies and Marvel and then Hulk as a zombie, and I was like, oh yeah, we going down this. It's freaking they.
You read it every Halloween.
I would too if I had it.
That'd be dope. So, but alrighty. So I think that's a good turning point right there. But again, I'm down. Multiversal. Fantastic Four. We got Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, and then
Sue Storm,
and then
what's her name as Galactus?
Not confirmed.
Possibly.
And then we'll switch on over to
it. I read this theory though, and I don't remember if it was a theory or if it was like actual comic book lore. But it's been so long since I read it. While you're looking up the stuff, that I do know Galactus was from the previous universe. So like, have you heard of the Big Bang theory where one universe died, but the Big Bang created the second universe? Mm-hmm. The Celestials are the ones basically doing that, but Galactus held over from the previous universe that died, and his thing about killing planets was to kill celestial bodies.
So that's where you grabbed that theory? Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, now seeing it like that, I'm like, it'll totally be cool. It'll be awesome. He's preventing more Celestials, and the Celestials, if you look at it this way.
Because there was one dead here, so he would come to find out that someone stopped a Celestial before him, maybe, or something.
But then, too, the theory with the Celestials are born from planets and stuff like that. They're huge people. Why is Ego different?
I read that today that he was a Celestial born without a host planet. It was because they left it. They didn't give it a planet to give
because Galactus is coming to eat planets. If you have a Celestial born off planet, it is now something to combat Galactus. So now I'm like, okay, this is really cool. But now Ego is dead, so it just creates interesting connections here.
That's why he wanted
he said, take my money.
And then the cast was Joseph Quinn is the gentleman's name for Johnny Storm from Stranger Things. Joseph Quinn, and then Ebon Moss Bakra. That is Ben Grimm. He
Ben
is
Grimm, the Thing.
the Thing. He's in The Bear. He is in Andor, the TV series.
I haven't watched it yet, so that might be explaining why I haven't seen him.
He's in The Punisher,
The movie?
the show, Marvel.
Hmm.
That's all the ones that I can say that are
Pretty up there.
Yeah. So interesting.
I mean, it does look like he has a big casting though.
So it's looking to be good. We'll see what happens. Again, this is early. We still got a whole year worth of stuff that can come out. So yeah.
More speculation.
Yeah, more speculation. So on to the main event. We're
about 50 minutes in.
15 minutes. All right, we're gonna slam this in like another 45 minutes. We're gonna try. So we're gonna talk about Demon Slayer today, guys. So we're gonna get y'all excited again for Friday, the 23rd, or Thursday, whenever you're gonna go. So for the sake of the recording, again, the 23rd of February is when the Hashira Training Arc. I always get tongue tied there for some reason. Hashira Training Arc. That's the next arc in the series, and that again, it's gonna be the one that's gonna be in the theater. So I'm pretty excited. We're gonna talk about the last few episodes. Again, that's how it's based off of, and then speculation, and not even speculation. I'm down for that. I want to know what it's gonna go down. So he said, Tengen. Yomi. Don't be giving bad names, man. I don't know what's going on.
He doesn't know anything except Tengen. He knows Tengen. And Rengoku.
When Nathan said he got turned into a donut. Oh, bro.
I need to find that clip and show it to you. But the dude, like, when they were like, "Oh, he got reverse Rengoku," I was like, "Dude."
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, sure. I forgot. Award today. I'm ready to see this dude, especially because you hyped me up. Like, and I didn't know he was number one.
He's number one in
power,
terms of strength.
And strength. Yeah. That's what
Second has to be him.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm excited. The snake demon looks pretty dope.
He's pretty interesting.
He's pretty dope. Homie go hard in these episodes, bro. Like that was what I'm down to talk about.
You got to think too. All of these are older than him. He's 14. He's younger than Tanjiro.
Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy. I like that flashback of him when he tells them that they're gonna be Hashira, that they need to give it all they got. Oh yeah, that was good. He said, "Wait till you see Bankai." Hey, and that's from what is it? The Bleach, right?
Yeah. Their Bankais go hard.
So see, I know a little bit of terminology. Don't be making too much.
We gotta try.
What you say about me?
We gotta try to trip him up some more. You like go.
So the fight between homie that's why I honestly kind of want to start is where Kyogi. That was what the name.
Gyoku,
the pot guy.
Yeah, the upper moon 5.
Upper moon. So he was 5, right?
Yeah.
So or 4.
No, he's 5.
5. The other one's 4.
Hangetsu is 4.
Okay. So when he was going up against him, the part again that was sticking out was he thought he had him done when he had him in the vase of water, which was a trip, and then help me clarify. I'm trying to remember. So it shows Tanjiro, and then he's tripping up himself, I guess, from the poison of the needles.
On top of running out of oxygen.
Yeah, that too. Hold on his breath. It wasn't Tanjiro in the end, right? That said you'll get through this or something like that.
Yeah, no, he remembered somebody saying that to him, but Tanjiro was like the catalyst for because before the fight had started, Tanjiro was talking to him, and he said something that kind of triggered a memory,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't know what that was. But while he was dying, like the poison and the lack of oxygen, Tanjiro's connection to it basically made him see Tanjiro, but the words were something else. His father or his brother.
I want to say I think it was his dad, because later on,
the
eyes match, like when he was like leaning over after,
it was the dad, yeah.
So yeah, so that was like, again, right there, and then again to take his last breath, that shows you the difference in a Hashira, like, to escape one more time, like he's like with his last breath, I'm gonna try, to get out of here, and then a little homie comes out, saves his life, like. Again, the buildup was good. The buildup I liked. I was just like, oh shit, like they're gonna kill the first Hashira, the second Hashira, like right here. Like, I thought he was done. You know what I mean? And then he breaks out. So I give it to him for that. For me not knowing that, I was just like, damn, they're gonna take another boy out. Like, these guys are serious. Like, they came to play. You know what I mean? But then it goes to when he breaks out, during that time, he goes to the yogi, to the building he was protecting, and it went back to that sword.
Yeah.
So I read a little bit, and hope I'm on point. Tell me if I am. It was like a sacred material or something like that. It was like it was a refurbished old blade, or I think you told me something about that as well.
It was like one of the first, like it was during the height of the
wars.
Demon Slayers. The Demon Slayers back in the day were at their most powerful. They were
like the originals.
Yeah, well, not even the originals. The original Sun Breather.
And again, sun is different from fire, right?
Yeah, Sun Breather is the original breath,
right?
Sun was the original breath. None of the other people could produce what the Sun Breather was doing, so they created the other spin-off. So fire, water, earth.
Nice.
So
I know a little bit, so I can't. I guess everybody that reads the manga, I'm not ruining it for anybody, anyways.
Well, anybody anime only.
So that was what Tanjiro's dad was doing, right? Is sun breathing? Like, that was the form that he didn't know?
In essence, yes.
Okay.
Because Himokage.
I was like, Himokage, I was like, so that is a move from a sun breathing, or what is that?
It's derived off of sun breathing, yes. It's basically sun breathing, like a knockoff almost. So they can't produce sun breathing like itself.
Okay.
So they do like something that's close as possible to it. It's better than fire breathing, or flame breathing, but it's as close as possible to sun breathing as you could get.
Okay. He said, "Just kidding with you, bro." Eli also said, "Yeah, I'm here like David, bro. Read the manga." So again, pre-reading, and I'm ruining it for myself when I read these things. That is why Tanjiro can manipulate more forms than all the other ones, right? Because he is like being the built up for the predecessor of the sun breathing, in a way.
Yeah, something like that.
And how rare is sun breathing? There isn't a sun breather right now, right?
No, there's no sun. There's never been a sun breather since the original.
Close the door.
And we're done. So, the end. Everybody's going to die.
That is all it needed to be known. All this build up to know that. So then again, Gyoku, so that blade is from that original time.
From that era, yeah.
So he is seeing it as he's refining it. And again, because he's a swordsmith, is the main reason they could tell those type of things.
They could tell like the issue of the blade and how good the material was and everything. And like he said, most blades have a signature or something written on the blades, like and
it was one character.
That one was just one character. He's like, why would you sign just one character? And he's like, I think while he was doing it, he's like, I see you didn't want to damage the blade any more than you have to. This blade is so good the way it is. You want it to live on long as possible and do what it had to do for that purpose.
What was the character? Did it say in the manga?
I don't remember
because he never said it in the show.
It like showed it on the show.
Did it show it? No, it didn't.
Yeah,
no, it did not.
I swear it did.
It just showed the little wave of the black blade, like looked like a wave. So it never showed the character. So yeah, Gyoku's whipping homie, and he's like broke his mask, broke everything, like did not give up. He was like livid at the fact that he didn't break his concentration.
Yes,
like he was even saying like I'm even at my most beautiful piece, I broke my concentration and I can't break this guy's focus.
This guy's focus is more intense than mine.
Tanjiro is him. That's why I said close the book. Like that's all. I read enough to know, the gist.
Okay, it's right around here. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, dude, it was. No, it doesn't show it right
That's
here.
what I'm saying. It's one. He keeps talking about one character. It never shows it because if it showed on the show, it would have done the subtitles. Of what that character meant. Or what it said. So.
Yeah. This is what is it? He's like he didn't put his name on such a fine blade, just a single letter. He forged this weapon for a single purpose, but it doesn't show the letter at all.
So how did he come across it? That's what I don't remember. So was he given that by Tanjiro, or they already had these blades in there?
They found it when Tanjiro was training with the 6-arm like dummy thing, and it had the 6 arms, 6 eyes, and it was like Tanjiro was training with it. At that point, it had 5 because Hashira broke one of the arms. Tanjiro was trying hard not to break it anymore because he didn't want to hurt the little guy's feelings. That was telling him to train. And the little dude tells him like, go all out. He's like, the purpose of this is train, and I'll rather if anybody's going to use it, it be you. And he broke it, and the head snapped off, and it showed the hilt of the blade. And then the guy that was fixing it now happened to be walking by with Tanjiro, and he saw it, and he's just like, okay, like, yeah, no, I'll fix this. This is going to be your blade. I'm not making you a new one. This one is going to be yours.
Interesting. And does the mangas show anything of that build up, or why was there like a back history to it? Because I don't think they showed it on the show. Now that you're saying that, I remember that episode. They didn't. They didn't show like the original person putting it in there or nothing, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then, what happens there? How does what's his name? Don't fly to the face. We'll get there. Tokito. Lord Tokito. So I say Lord because of the dude. Mauricio Tokito. I don't know how he gets his attention. I think he just like talks to him or something like that. And he like kind of shocks him, I believe.
Oh, when he breaks out.
Yeah, when he finally breaks out,
and I think he like I think he says something to him real fast. And when he goes to attack him, the guy like moves out the way. Oh, got it right here too.
So yeah, what was about to go down was so sick. Like again, like went from playing in the defense to like he had the battle. Like he like from that moment of escape, he knew like I got this. Like I was messing around. I messed up because I messed around. Like, I underestimated him and then went off on him. Like, but the part where he smiles and talks about where he's blacking out, as showing that he's blacked out right now, right? Yeah. That like that's what it was implying.
What for?
That he was blacked out during this because he's like it shows that little like smirk of his. I don't know if it shows it in the manga, but he like does this like weird like little like, creepy smirk. You know, he's like, well, who said that you were the only one having fun or something like that?
Going all out.
Yeah, and so that was like, and then it talked about his blackout where he was blacking out or whatever. Is he blacked out? Does he ever say that in the manga during this fight?
I don't believe he blacked out, but he was on the verge of it. Like he was like kind of tinkering on that, like going in and out.
So like when he did that, Like I was just like, oh, so he's blacked out. Like there's nobody there. Like he's he's the other dude right now. You know what I mean? So he just again, bro, like just went off. So the first form he used was so the demon gets pissed that he broke out, said, I'm gonna, take you out, I'm done playing with you. Blood demon are 10,000 gliding slime fish. Then Tokito uses mist breathing 6th form, lunar dispersing mist. Again, just one swipe, homie gets pissed. Like, I mean, Yoku's like livid at this point. Like, he's like, wait, hold up. One swipe took out all 10,000 fish. Then when he used the and then he's like, no matter. Like I'm cool with that. The blood of these fish is like poison in them,
and they'll be able to absorb through skin. So I don't care.
He even says it. It's transdermal or something. I think I wrote it. Why am I breaking my head over here? Transdermal poison. Yeah, it can be absorbed by the skin. Yep. So then he uses mist breathing 3rd form, scattering mist splash, and that was legit too. Like, so just one swipe again, all blood gone.
Well, it was a few swipes. It looked like one, but it was like several at once.
But is that all the demon seen? Because I think he does say like it was one swipe, so that's all he can see.
Yeah, he like just saw like the one.
Maybe okay. Then after that, the uses scattering mist splash, uses 7th form obscuring cloud. So then he gets pissed, and then I think he goes after for the kill. Like where he was in shock, he goes for the kill. He sheds his skin. Gyoku sheds his skin. He's like, so you can shed your skin. He's in a tree. This is where I love the show in a way, because it's like these serious moments, and then it gets to like these goofy faces, like the little like so he's like talking mad stuff on him, like he's like, shut up, like let me talk to you, like he starts talking about his skin, like he's in his ultimate form or whatever, and only 2 people, and he's like, oh, only 2, like and that's what makes him tell him shut up, and then he goes on to finish his sentence, and then he's just standing there, and he's like, say something.
He's like, you told me to shut up.
Oh man. Eli said, well, brothers, this is always fun. He has to go run. Good night. Be safe, brother. You have another one. Good night. We'll see you next week for sure, bro.
Later, Eli. Thanks for joining us.
Always thank you for joining us, man. But he's just like, wait, what? Like, did you tell me to shut up? And he's just pissed. So it just takes it on to another level. That's what I loved about it. Again, just so serious, comic relief. Back to the to the ass kicking, like, you know what I mean, like, and then when he came, he did that obscuring mist.
Yes.
So, dude, just the sheer confidence, because he like zips behind him, and then when he zips behind him, he's like, "You're done," you know what I mean, like, and then homie's like, with no fear, no nothing, just like 7th form obscuring clouds, you know what I mean, like, then just couldn't I got it right too. The 7th form. I was like 7th form. He just with confidence, like, and that again, it shows the level of Hashira. Like, that name is taken serious. You know what I mean? Like in my head, I'm thinking about it. Like at this point in time, everything he's trained for is being applied right now. You know what I mean? Like with no fear, like just this is what it has to be done, like you know what I mean. So when he used that form, like, and did that turn, that's how I saw it. Like he's like, this is the moment, like so when he when he ends up taking his life, like I thought it was, again, homie thought he was in the win, like he won, he had it done, like nope, beheaded upside down, he's tripping balls, like, and then he's mad talking mess. And was he regenerating? He wasn't done, right? So his body was regenerating. I don't know if it shows that in the manga.
It wanted to try, but it wasn't able to.
So it wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Okay, so head clean off, always will die.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because that's what I was like. Holy hell, he's talking. He's conscious. I saw all the arms and everything coming out. So I thought he was one of the only ones that could regenerate its body after being its head cut off. So then he gets pissed and just like when he sliced and diced him, and then he's like, "Go to hell where you rightfully belong."
Yeah.
Just cold, bro. Just like I had you. I knew it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I keep thinking. I was like, boy was like...
Dude, that obscuring clouds move, though, is pretty interesting, because I'm like, it shows the level of speed that he's capable of, because when he's doing it, like, during that fight, the fish dude's like, oh, I got him, he's moving so slow, and when he tries to hit him, it, like, he disappears. But it's specifically moving, his outfit is specifically made to, like, block as much viewing of his limbs as possible. So that move, he walks as slow as possible where people could see him. And when somebody attacks him, he uses full speed, darts around, and he's like, you can't see him again until he wants you to. And then slows down. So you can never tell the full speed of where an attack is coming from anymore.
So he actually is there.
Yeah.
Moves away. Yeah. And they slice at the after form of him. But the speed afterwards is where because he was fast. He's fast. Because when Gyoki was going at him, like all he was doing was like doing like side steps, like he was just missing him. Like so homie's talking about sheer speed and everything, and like he still was just backstepping, and then he ends up in a tree. He's like, oh, you said you were gonna be in a tree or whatever, like. He's like, well, he made fun of, said the exact same thing that homie said. He's like, no, I was just getting away from your stench or something like that. Like, ooh, again, he was cold, bro. So I give it up to that dude. That fight was legit. I like that. Like again, just showing the level of Hashira. Like again, what it is to be a Hashira.
When you look at it too, he's the only Hashira to take off Upper Moon by himself.
And again, 14, homie. Like, oh, dude, you made me disgusted. I'm not disgusted, but like, holy crap! Like, I didn't catch that unless they said it. I don't know. Like, I was like, yo, that's crazy, bro. Like, so Tanjiro's capable, of course, now. You know what I mean? Like, again, he was the youngest, so now Tanjiro, this guy's the youngest.
Yeah, that guy's the youngest. Tanjiro, I think, is 16. Because it took him like 2 years to do everything.
Wild, dude. Yo, so no wonder he looks so young, dude.
Compared to the rest.
That's intense.
Yep.
And for a while, I thought this was his brother, and then
no,
it was the whole different.
No, Gyo is somebody else.
That's the one that he was talking about, like Yomi.
No, Yomi is homie right here.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. But yeah, so that I take that scene over that, but that's even crazier, bro. Like, oh, and I remember that. I think we did discuss that in a way. That I think he was the only one. He was gonna be the only one. He lost. Then he was the one that actually did it. Did it. And so 14. That's crazy. After that, it pans to homegirl. So I get lost. I got lost where he was like. What was he trying to accomplish going into the dragon's mouth, Tanjiro?
I think he was trying to get the little version of him, right?
No, because he had it in a separate little thing, I think.
But he moved it.
So he thought that was the route to whatever.
I think so.
Okay, I give it up to again. His there's like prequel to this. What we're talking about is his senses. Like he can smell. Like I didn't just the intensity of the knowing. Distinguishing things with smell and stuff.
But I mean, the same thing with Zenitsu's hearing and then Inosuke's sense of touch. They each have their specialized thing. And like,
I forgot about that. So goes in, getting crushed, and then
unless he got eaten just by accident.
Because he does a diving thing. I didn't get to rewind it because I just was it was something that he said and then. Just dove right in. I was like, what the heck? But let's see. Then homegirl shows up. Lord, he's like Miss Kenroji.
Yeah, Kenroji.
Yeah, I got it. I didn't even have to look it up. Miss Kenroji shows up, sliced and diced with her, wavy blade, her ribbon blade, and then I thought that part was funny where she's like. You did well, like you rest here. And he's like, I can't hear anything. My eardrums bursted. Like, what caused that? Was that the sound wave that that one sound one? Okay. Because I remember there was only the leaf stamp and then the wood, but I forgot that he did like a loud burst.
Sound wave, and I think he saw the lightning too and everything.
Mm-hmm. So when he did that, he was just like, sorry, I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Again, those cartoon moments, it makes it all the worth for me. I don't know. I'm cheap like that. I guess like you don't even need good graphics. This is great. Like,
but then like it just builds more for the like seriousness of it. You have those people like able to pull you back out and then go right back into it.
Yeah. So then she goes on to display her just her overall character, which was intense, like with confidence, goes in, but again, screeching as she's coming down, like she's like, oh my god, like what is that? Like, like comes down, was like, time to whoop ass. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, all over there, just crack, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, and then she used and this was the first one that she used. I didn't get the second one, and that's where I left off on my notes. She used love pangs, and love pangs was what was slicing them at first. So she was like doing like a ribbon circle and it was like slicing them first. And then she used sixth form cat laid wind burst or something like that. And and that one was one that was like causing some serious damage. And then again, now you're gonna have to help me out. So I was, catching.
I don't remember them all. I forgot my little notebook. I started writing stuff down, and I don't know if y'all are gonna hold me to it, but I was trying to do the research for it. This week's been kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I was gonna start doing the chapters, the moves were used to write down like tally mark how often they were used. And I just happened to forget it today. So all days.
But you at least know what definitively finishes the fight, right? Because again,
it's not her.
That's what I was about to say, because y'all got out to be the last time, because I thought she was another one that killed a upper demon, because he's upper demon rank 4, right?
Well, even if she did kill him, there was too many people before that fight that helped her. Because you had Tondro, you have Nezuko.
But it was not that character, though. Like, it was all these, like, split guys. Now it was a whole different guy.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still, like, several characters fighting.
Okay. And so... I can't remember the end of that battle. Like, I remember she
resigned herself to death. Like, she was fighting him, but she was like, I'm at the end of my rope. I can't, like, do this anymore, right? And I think he had a multi-pronged attack coming at her, and she was, like, trying her best, and then she's like, I don't think I'm going to
But where did Tondro get back to the main head again? Like
he had to take it off. She when she freed him, they went off after him again. They found out he was running away, and that's when Tondro sees him running after some people.
Because he needed like human blood to regenerate or something like that. Yeah.
Because on top of that too, the more power that the other versions of him use, he starts weakening it overall.
Okay.
And so he's like, I just need some human blood, and then the sun was starting to come up, so he's like, I need a human blood, I need to hide. And it was just
it was off of the edge of the hill.
Yeah.
And then when they were off that edge of the hill, Tokito shows up, right? Because that he didn't have a blade no more, right? He broke his blade again.
Tondro broke the blade.
What did he do to break it? He was on the mountain? No,
he had broken that beforehand. I think he broke it when he was trying to cut the neck.
The little fear one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like again, goes to show just the sheer strength of Tokito of just a quick slice. Like again, like that shows that demons' necks don't just come off, right?
Yeah.
Like it has to be
you have to do
the will of the strong and the strength, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Because like that's what threw me off. He's like, he had the perfect timing, ready for the slice.
Yeah,
stop me.
But then on top of that too, it had lost the little flames that Nezuko had, and it wasn't burning.
But again, anymore. Tokito didn't have no goddamn demon blood on that blade. Like, you know what I mean? Like just.
But he did have a mark.
Huh?
He did have the little marks.
On that's so he gained his marks.
But when Tondro was first trying it, he didn't have the mark, I believe, until at the last slice he had the
mark. It grew the biggest that it's shown so far, I think.
Yeah.
So again, coming from later, that is something that's gonna come up.
They're gonna
a key
explain
factor.
it. They're gonna explain it in the training arc. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're gonna explain. That's why I'm like very reluctant on like sharing too much because I'm like they're gonna show it. They're gonna explain it.
So it is after number 1 though, right? So more into the season.
No, it should be like number 1.
Okay.
Either number 1 or number 2.
2 to 3 mangas is 1 episode.
Yeah, like 2 to 3 chapters is like 1 episode normally.
Okay. So,
and from what I've heard, the training arc might have some anime only stuff supposedly.
Oh, okay.
So this will be the first time
news that you've heard.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it might be the first. Like if it does,
so it might be willing to go see the movie because there's going to be some anime only in the movie.
Possibly. But it's like
if it was not the same, like I'll go watch it. But
every other season has been basically pure straight,
yeah,
and
no fillers,
this one might have its own
deviate.
Yeah.
But again, we were talking because it was so short, right?
The training arc relatively really short.
Okay, so then I give it to that. And I remember you telling me.
I wouldn't mind it being 8 episodes and done though.
Because these have been 11, right?
I think so.
11 or 12, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So I missed the fight and all. So it jumps to that. It goes through her backstory. I remember that. Mm-hmm. So it builds up on she was just strong. Like she was always just
she's always naturally strong. Her muscle fibers are like 3 times tougher and bigger than most women her size.
And then was she down in food? Was she? Yeah, she was able to just completely just chow down. Yeah, I remember that. So again, that's the parts that I don't remember because they were just like the backstories. I'm like, okay, let me look that real quick.
Well, speaking of backstories, they never explain. They explain. What's his name? Hangetsu, the number 4, the little fear guy.
Uh-huh.
They give you his background, but they never give you the background for the fish guy.
You were saying
and it bothered me because I was just like, why not give him the background?
Because all the other main demons have been
are getting backgrounds, and later on you'll get backgrounds too. So
he does talk about being made or something like that. Like I think he said something. I'll give back. I don't know if it'll be on like comments or like a little tab on the bottom, but I think it said like he was like some type of demon that I think he was made. That he was bred or something like that. So he wasn't a person.
He was created.
He was created.
He was created. He was originally he was a little boy in a fishing village, which is his whole fishing aesthetic.
Oh, so there he does have a backstory. You just meant that in the
anime they never showed it, but the manga they did.
Okay, so
in the manga he was a little he lived in a fishing village and his parents were like fishermen and everything, and they had passed away, and he already kind of had people already looked at him kind of weird. Because he would constantly like get dead fish carcasses and be like, "Oh, this looks so cool." He was interested in like death. When his parents were brought and dead, bloated, and everything, he just like, "Whoa, that looks like so interesting." He was like enhanced by it. This kid one day came over to him and started making fun of him over like how he smelled and the fish and weight, and he like hit him. And so when he hit him, the Gyoko went and killed him, actually like stabbed him and killed him, and then to hide the body he shoved him in a pot, and the parents of the people of the little kid he killed found him and then got mad at Gyoko and stabbed him. He had a different name as a human, but they stabbed him, but he didn't die right away, and that's when Muzan happened to be coming by, and Muzan's like, you putting up a good fight, you could join me then. And it like that's how he became the demon, and that's where his whole pot stuff and the fish and everything kind of
really. So that would have been something you were willing to see.
I would have been cool.
And that shows all the panels on the manga and all that. Really,
but I think they didn't do it because kids dying in the anime, and they're like, "No, we don't want that."
This little kid got stabbed by another little kid,
and then stabbed by an adult. Like, yeah, we ain't gonna do that.
And they show Goku getting, kicking the crap out of Gohan. Like, they better be able to, post that. You know what I mean?
They ignored it, I think, because of that reason. They're like, we don't want kids stabbing kids and then adults stabbing kids. Like, no. So, I can see it.
Yeah. So, but I didn't know that. I forgot you the manga. I thought in general they didn't give him a backstory. I was like, so just anime wise.
Yeah, anime wise they didn't, but they gave everyone a backstory.
Everyone.
Yep.
So then so Gyoku, so then they gave the fear guy. So then this fear guy again is the battle one that she's fighting Lord or Miss Kenroji. She's holding it down during this whole time, right? When he's over there running after that, you know, she ain't really like battling, but she's battling, you know, nonetheless. Whatever, I can remember that. Then again, her backstory. Then you know, speaking of the backstories, leading into that backstory. So backstory is heavyweight, badass, eats a lot. You know, that's where she got her strength from. So where did it? Real quick segue. Where did her sword come from? Like, was how was it made for her? Like
the Swordsmith Village leader is the one that had to make it because nobody could do that for her. The way it's like still flexible, like you said, like a ribbon, but still able to cut. Nobody her she was originally trained under Rengoku, but her body type and the way she fights wasn't
Rengoku style.
Because Rengoku's very rigid, straight. Like this is pure. Like she's very flexible. She's very strong, and her flexibility along with her strength, she could like bring that whip all the way down and have so much more strength behind it.
Yeah, I think one of her moves, she was like coming in with like a circle move. Yeah. Like it was like crazy.
But she created the love breathing off of that, and yeah, that's she goes crazy that
so
way.
The chief of the village is the one that made that sword.
Yeah.
Was it a special material or is it's a sword?
It's a sword, but I forget how he made it. Like I don't think they go into specifics actually. Like they just say like he's the one that made that.
Interesting. Okay. So hold it down. Broke his sword. Tokito shows up on the mountainside. We're on the season finale right now. So episode 11, the one they're probably gonna again show in the movie.
They are.
So that's when he jump. Does he slice him right, and then he falls off the mountain and ends up living or something like that, and he's like crawling after them. I can't remember. Like I know something happened that the demon ended up falling off the mountain, and he had to like still go down there.
I forget exactly how it happened.
Like,
because I'm pretty sure he fell for some reason.
Because even Nesco falls, right?
Yeah.
Nesco like takes the dive, right? Like
down there. She goes after him immediately. Nezuko and him are like taking off after him. I'm trying to remember exactly.
If y'all know, guys, let me tune in. But I know again that was where they were. Homie is still tripping on Tokito because all the poisons and everything are still there. He's like, he's dying, but he's still trying to help out, like So then that's where I get a little fuzz because then all I can remember is him running in the field. I think armless. After the three Swordsmith Village people.
That's what it was. It was so Tanjiro and them are running after him, and Tanjiro is like, well, I need to catch up to him, and he knows how fast Zenitsu is, so then he kind of harnesses because his
leg broke, right?
Yeah, his leg broke. So he does Zenitsu's like thunderclap and flash, basically, but like fire styled. And when he does it, he catches up to the demon and he starts like cutting him. And then right when he does that, the demon transforms again into a big, like at first he's small, and then he transforms into the bigger version, like just this huge, like grabs Tanjiro, and they all start like fighting him again, and then they all start falling off the cliff.
Him and Nesco, right? All Nesco and the
all three. It's Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Hangetsu. And his sword didn't break; it got stuck into the neck of the big version of him.
Oh, okay. So then, right there, where how did he get scared about Nesco? Because the sun at this point was coming up.
Yeah, right? The sun started coming up, and so he was going to go kill him. But then as the sun starts coming up, he's like, I have to protect Nezuko, so he starts to run back at her and tries to like cover her. And Nezuko,
she kicks him, right?
Yeah, she's like, "You ain't saving me. Go save those people." Knocks him over, and she catches fire. And Tanjiro midair.
Man, I remember that. Like that shit was real, bro.
Tanjiro catches fire, and
Nezuko.
Yeah, Nezuko catches fire, but Tanjiro might have too. You never know. I mean, she burst it. Why didn't it like
Deep
catch
inside,
on his?
yeah. Deep inside.
But, so Tanjiro.
The only time to ever correct you.
You're like, I'm
gonna take this chance.
So Tanjiro made it airs was like she sacrificed her life, and as much as he hates it, like he's gonna like do whatever he has to. So he like goes up there and like cuts off he grabs the sword that Mauricio throws, cuts off the demon's neck, but then the demon's still moving after the people, and he's like, "What the hell? I cut off the neck. The sun's coming up. Like this shouldn't be going on." And then he smells that the little demon was hiding like in the heart of the bigger demon that had formed. And so he has to go.
That's crazy that he moved that many times. Like that many times that the thing did, not want to die. Like, you know what I mean? So and then what move did he use? It was the fire breathing at that time?
No, he doesn't know fire breathing. It's all like the
flame
breathing. Yeah, the Kimokami Kagura.
That's the move he used?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Like, cause I know he used a specific move there right at the end to, slice him up, make sure that it was done and done right.
So right there, to slice off the big one's head, he does Dancing Flash. And then the next one, he realizes that it's not over. Oh, that's what it was. He still had time to save Nezuko. He goes and cuts off the main demon's head. And he's like, all right, runs back to Nezuko, tries to put the thing over her, but sees the body moving still without the head.
That's right. I thought it was without arms. Yeah. It's without the head. That's right.
Yeah. Then he sees it in the heart, and he like, well, I have to, like, I can't save Nezuko and then save these people that the monster's running after. And he just like, I have to do it. Nezuko kicked me. This is what it is. And it doesn't actually read the name of the move he used. Yeah, it doesn't say the name of the move he used. So they might have said it in the anime.
Interesting. I have to look that up. But then when he was done though, like when he finished and like you realize that his sister's gone, like again. To be immersed into that one, okay, man. Like the scoring was great. Like it was just like, dang, it's done. Like
the sad,
the sad effects. I was like, even Bree was just like, oh my god, Nesco's gone. Like this is where his turning point is. And then she like walks up and I think she said something, right?
Like, "Good morning."
Oh, bro. Like, I was like, no way. Like I was like, no way is she good to go. And I didn't know it was serious. I just thought, okay, heck yeah, cool. And then the segue of like, yo, homie is like, this is it. Like the person the demon that survived the Daywalker, freaking Daywalker. So I'm excited because I didn't know. So now I know that that's what he's been waiting on. Yeah. And then he just kills the nurses. Yeah, just like a little kid. He's like, I'm done hiding. Like,
because at that point he doesn't have anything to hide for. He finally figured out where he needs to go after. So that's what he's gonna go after.
Like murder, bro. Like I was just like, holy crap! Like ruthless. Yeah. Roof, not with a TH. Roof, like ROOF. Like just ruthless, bro. Just murder. So. Like, so that was his whole grand purpose, is that because again his backstory was
for thousands of
doctor
years.
Was trying to heal him, like he killed the doctor out of impatience, and he would have probably been healed or would have known a little bit more about the demon's blood, because it was a special flower, right, that he was looking for.
Spider lily.
Yeah, so I was just like, again, backstory. So episode 1, what? How many? Chapters do you think they'll do, and are you ready for those 3 chapters to be animated?
I'm ready for it. I'm expecting to see something decent because all of them got injured, so they all have to go recuperate for a little bit and everything.
So there's travel in this episode, in those
Not really. It kind of just picks up like um it picks up with the Hashira meeting.
They're back at the Hashira thing. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's no oh okay, we're going back.
Travel time. Let's talk on the road. Okay, so right there, already back.
Up, and now like because now there's 3 Upper Moons dead. Never happened before killing 1, but now there's 3 dead. So the guy in charge is like, yeah, this is gonna cause some stuff. We need to figure out how things happened, how you got the mark, like what's going on.
Main dude, what's his name? He says it so much.
Which one?
The main demon.
Muzan?
Muzan.
Muzan's
thinking right here, right?
Muzan's thinking is, how do I get Nezuko? That's all he cares about at this point. I need her. Because if I could absorb her, then I could survive the sun and I could live for however long I want. The main dude of the Demon Slayers is having the Hashira meeting and trying to have the Hashiras explain how they got the marks and what went down in the Swordsmith Village. And he's trying to be like prepare him, and he's like, okay, we got an understanding a little bit of how these marks come on, but we need to upgrade everybody right now because he's coming for Nezuko. Like I could already feel it
because he senses things too, right? Are they one and the same? I don't know who's this guy, like the leader of the Hashiras. I can't remember his backstory.
They haven't really done much of a backstory on him. They will though.
Okay,
they will.
Infinity Castle time or like in the training arc?
Training.
Okay. Cool. So not too much to read, Jeremy Calderon said, thank you for tuning in, Jeremy. He said, have y'all read the manga? He's read the manga. So that's where we're at right now. So he is letting me know that usually more episodes are like 3 chapters.
3 to 5 chapters.
3 to 5 chapters, so well, I'm trying to figure out, what might come of the, the second half of the movie, basically. Yeah. So the second half of the movie, again, based off of previous movies, is the first episode of season of the Hashira Training Arc. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. So if you have a question, ask away. Again, that's what I'm doing right now. So, but yeah, so, Muzan, this is that in the 3 chapters Muzan's talks about going after, or it's already showed right here at the very end?
I think it's the first few chapters are the Hashira meeting. Then after that, I think it's I don't even think you get Muzan really much in there.
That was already done, right?
Yeah,
on episode 11.
Yeah, on episode 11, he's like, okay, like things are gonna go down. Get her. Now it's to the
so how many demons are left?
There's Muzan himself, and then the upper 3. You got Kubushibo, you have Akaza, and
Kubushibo is homie.
No, that's Akaza.
That's Akaza?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kubushibo is rank 1. And
then we're seeing the guy with the white hair with the little
Doma.
So those 3 are left.
Those 3 and Muzan. So that's all you have left.
And they throw down that hard, bro.
They throw down hard. Like when
dude, like again, I just get hyped when you telling me that. Like I just like I cannot wait for this to be like
that. Their 3 fights alone
could be
those. I could just watch those. Like there's other fights that happen
here in the next arc.
I'm like, so we know this is going to be an all-out war. So I could say this without like blowing anybody's minds, but Zenitsu gets a fight that's really worth it, just to see the fight go down.
Okay.
The upper 3 moon fights are amazing, and some other stuff happens in there that you're kind of like, oh, okay, this is really cool.
Okay. Like okay, so the meeting. So basically, the gist of this movie might be she's a day walker now. She can walk in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably gonna like show her effects now that she's probably he's gonna be happy. He's gonna be asking questions, trying to get her to talk. Does she know how to talk? Does she remember how to talk?
She just like in the last episode, it was just good morning and amazing. I think it was. Yeah, like she pieces.
Yeah.
She can't really
Okay.
do the
Okay.
full.
So then we're gonna tie into Muzan, wanting the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that's gonna be the arc to the second half of the second act of the movie,
Okay.
and then I think it's gonna be the meeting, and then we're
meeting.
gonna we're gonna. And I don't think they're gonna go even into that chapter 4 maybe of the manga that you're describing.
Maybe
I think
not.
it's just gonna be like Marks, a big build up, of the Marks. Is there a fight in there somewhere, like that
No,
they can
that,
climax on,
honestly, no.
or do you think the climax is gonna be this
The climax is gonna be them
cutting
getting ready for the training arc because there's several.
But that's more season though. Again,
That's more season,
okay.
but the first episode I think will have to be like you see they talk. The first episode is them doing the Hashira training or like the Hashira meeting, talking about the marks, talking about what went down, and then they're like, okay, everybody has to do training now, and then you see all the Hashira kind of come together, even Tengen, and they all start like, these are our training regiments. Like, yeah, in order to get through to do the next one, you have to pass this one. There's no okay, you train here for like a day, you go next. No, you train here until you beat this one, then you go to the next one.
Beat it or master it.
Beat it or master it, yes.
Okay.
And each one has. So we're down Rengoku. So I think, are we down this girl? And we're down Tengen basically. So you have
one, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
So you have about 5 or 6 different people training you. And some of them are very. I don't think he trains. I'm not sure.
Mad at Nesco still?
Yeah. But I'm not sure. I can't remember. But yeah, there's few people, like a few of them training them, and their training gets intense.
So you think that's what's going to be there? That's what's going to show?
Yeah, that's what it's going to show. It's going to show like
the training starting?
Yeah, it's going to show like clips of the Hashira next to their training and like what you have to do it.
Okay.
But you won't know exactly what it is. It's just like you have to do something like incredibly hard.
So you think that'll be the build up, like that? Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Okay. So I'm still not sold. I'm still not sold on going and seeing the movie. I think genuinely I'll wait till it comes out. But okay, four out of 10. There's a very small chance, but 4 out of 10 chance that I'll go and see it in theaters. Again, only just to discuss. I mean, for the fact of discussion on here, guys. So,
we'll be like a week and a half after.
Yeah. So you're 100% gonna go?
I'm not 100%, but I am thinking about it.
Okay. Because again, the immersiveness. Again, seeing this in like cinematic, we talked about the production level of it being different. So I'm down to see that. Difference in the last, that first episode, and then coming in it being my first one to review, seeing it in theaters and then seeing it on the TV. I'm down to do that, to see the difference in what they do there. But alrighty, guys, I think y'all can see I'm excited. Again, the way you just talked about this Infinity Castle, I just really want to just get through this. Like, let's go. Like, I want to see some fights. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, but Infinity Castle fights go crazy.
I want to see this blade in work, bro. Again, the blade, the homies, refining. Like, again, Tanjiro, I already, again, close the book on that. I already know he's gonna be the key character to it all. But nonetheless,
you have no idea.
Nonetheless, I'm ready to see it in action, and you more so because from the page, So, guys, if y'all tune in, go see it. Let us know what y'all think when we come back and discuss it.
Oh, definitely.
I want to know y'all's views and what y'all think of it. And we will see y'all next week, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you
Y'all
for
be
joining
safe.
us.